very much. I also need someone to hold something. We're laying a lot of groundwork right now. You look trustworthy. What's your name?
Alan.
Alan.
Yes.
I'm gonna give this to you. Would you just like maybe put it under your leg? Just sit on it. That way if I get it, you'll know. Cool?
Okay.
Thank you. So my friend David, who you just saw, is gonna close the show later tonight, and he's going to try and get inside your head. I've known David for about 8 years. He's pretty good at what he does. Pretty confident he's going to be successful. But I feel like I have an obligation to give you a little insight into how magicians try and get inside your head. One of the pinnacles of magic would be I could get someone to think of a free number, right? So I can think of any number. And in reality, it's not a free choice, like I've predicted it. So there's a couple of ways that I could do that. One of the ways is through subliminal cueing. So I could be gesturing and look a bit awkward like this. So I have a 1 and a 4, right? Trying to make you think of the number 14. This doesn't work very well, to be honest with you. There are other ways to do it, though. I could have come on stage and I could say, oh, I'm so happy to be here from Denver. I really like Boston. I like the Red Sox. Xander Bogaerts is one of my favorite players. And Xander Bogaerts wears number 2, right? So if you know that, then you might be thinking of number 2. Who knew Xander Bogaerts wears number 2 in this room? So one person. Who might know? No one watches baseball. All right. Not a very effective strategy. So the third way, this is what I'm going to try and do for you this evening, is pattern recognition, because we're all inherently good at pattern recognition, right? We could play a song that none of us have heard before, and we could all clap to the exact same beat, just because we're intuitively good at picking it up inside our heads. So, what's your name right here?
Nadia.
Nadia. All right, you're going to help out with this. You can stay in your seat if that's all right. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. If you're not Nadia, then you get to play along with no consequences. If you are Nadia, the answer to this game is going to be a bit public. I have faith in you, okay? How do you feel? Are you good at pattern recognition? Like good at the ACT?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, we'll see. So, Nadia, here's the deal. This is a grid of 16 numbers that I've memorized. I'm going to give you, normally I do 6, then I'm going to do 5. I'm confident in you, Nadia. From those 5, you're going to try and figure out a missing number. So, you thought you were going to a magic show, and instead you get to take a standardized test, so congratulations. All right, I'm going to give you 41, 39, 40, 38, and I'll give you 30. So, a couple of things, Nadia. You're going to go for this number in the upper right-hand corner, number 1. Number 2, the number is between 20 and 60, and that's inclusive, so it could be 20 or 60. The third thing, this is the most important. You're going to be very inclined initially, and by the way, if you're not Nadia, please play along in your head. You'll be inclined to choose a number in the low 40s or high 30s, just initially from looking at this, right? That 30 down there might throw it off a little bit. Here's what I would say. There are still 11 numbers that you haven't seen, so keep that in mind. Keep in mind also that I might just be trying to throw you off. And the final thing is, if you try and really logic and math this out, it's not going to work. The same way you can just clap to a beat without thinking of it, you have to just feel it. So it's important that no one else around you sees what you're writing so that they can all play independently. So would you mind just standing right here? You can write it on stage. Great. Can you give a round of applause, please? Pen, you'll write this on the line. Feel free to just write it down on the table right there so nobody can see. Turn away. When you're done, turn that paper face down on the table. All right? And if you're not Nadia, please feel free to play along in your head. You have 41 options technically. Nadia, are we done?
Yes.
Cool. Turn it face down so I can turn around and I won't see it. Great. Tell you what, you can go back to your seat. I'm not going to look wrong. I'll make eye contact with you when I put this away. Just for the skeptics out there, yeah? All right. We'll put it right that way. I can't see. Okay, Nadia, thank you very much for helping. For the skeptics, we'll get rid of it. Okay? All right. Nadia, I'm going to give you the rest of this. I'm going to give you the rest of this, and we'll see how you did. So, this number is 41. This number is also 39. This is 42, and this number is 40. How are you feeling so far?
Not very good.
Not very good?
No.
Okay, let me give you some more. This number is 29. This number is 31. This number is 28. What about now? Still not good? All right, I'll cut the tension here. I'll give you the rest. This number is 33. This number is 32. 34. Before I give you what this is, by the way, if you're not Nadia, please don't make fun of her if she gets this wrong. It is a 1 in 40 chance. It's difficult. It's the first act of the show. You weren't expecting to play along. Just out of curiosity, who did you come with tonight, Nadia?
My brother and my dad.
Brother and your dad. What's your name?
Zach.
Zach. Did you play along in your head?
Yeah.
Yeah. What number were you thinking of?
20.
20. Okay, not 20, so feeling confident with my choice of Nadia. What's your name?
Emil.
Emil. What number did you choose?
I did not.
You just didn't even play. Okay, so that's fine. Tell us. The number is 31.
No way.
Did you actually get it right?
Yeah.
I threw this away. No way. Is that your handwriting?
Yeah.
Give Nadia a big round of applause. That's a good start. Do you see the pattern? You see what this is? It's okay if you don't. You do see what it is?
No, maybe not.
I mean, it's okay. It's tough. It's baked in there. Look, before any of this started, Nadia, before we knew each other, before you took a standardized test live in front of 30 people, Alan, I gave you a piece of paper to sit on.
Yes,
I haven't touched it.
that's true.
Could you take it out from under you, unfold it? And it is?
142.
Right, 142. The key to doing this, right, is to not math it out. You can't use logic. You have to know it intuitively without even knowing that you know it, which is why beforehand I came up and I said I could get you to subliminally think of a number, right, like 14. Or I mentioned Xander Bogarts, who was number 2, 142. You were already thinking of it without realizing it, but how did you do this? Nadia, do you have a phone? You have an iPhone?
Yeah.
I'm just going to use the calculator. I'm not even going to open the phone. Thank you so much. All right, let's get perfect. I was not on the control. Would you mind opening your phone and just giving me the calculator? Thank you very, very much. Look, I want you to look really closely at these 4 numbers here in the bottom and use your calculator to add those up so everyone can do it, because I don't want to risk doing that in my head on stage. So if we add 32 plus 42 plus 30 plus 38, we get 142, right? These bottom 4 numbers make 142, which maybe you're thinking, okay, this is a memorized, prearranged set of numbers, so of course it adds up to 142. I decided all of that, right? But you said 31, and you could have said 32 or 33 or any number between 20 and 60. But Nadia, look, and feel free to do this by yourself if you want. 40 plus another 40 plus 31 plus another 31 equals, mess that up, 80 plus 31 plus 31 equals 142, right? We get this column to do it as well. But I don't want you to think that I'm just being selective for you, because there's a million ways we can do this. So look, if we look at the row that 31 is in, we can do 41 plus 29 plus another 41 plus your 31 equals 142. I'm going to take a picture of this for you, because I know you might fall asleep to this tonight, Nadia, and wonder how you did it, and that's fine. Here we go. This is for you, because the reality is, Nadia, and you can add this up in your head if you want. We could do every single row. We could do every single column if we want. If we want, feel free to do it. We could do the diagonal, or this, or all 4 corners, or the center, or here, or here, or here. Nadia, it had to be 31, it had to be 142, it had to be you. So, tonight, at the end of the show, David is going to try and get inside your head. Do your best not to let him, yeah? All right, enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you. Davidson.